Hey, Jam and James Riley backstage.
Yay!
The one and
Franklin
only
Theater. This is so much fun back here.
John Schneider. How are you?
Where? I'm great. I'm enjoying myself here at the Franklin Theater, listening to all these fantastic Elvis tribute artists.
Yeah.
And they're all so different. And it reminds me of how different Elvis was throughout all of his different stages of Elvis. It's great. I'm having a ball.
It's one of those things you have to experience before you get it. And so now you can experience it.
Yes, because these folks are giving it their all, and it's great. And you'll see a younger Elvis, and you'll see an older Elvis. And then what's fascinating to me is seeing someone do Elvis who has outlived Elvis by 10 or 15 years.
Yeah.
And I think it's fantastic. They're keeping the king alive.
Well, you're no stranger to Elvis. Let's back
Or to
up
being alive.
Well, or to being alive.
Hey.
We'll back it up. Dukes of Hazzard, the most popular TV show in the last 40 years. I mean, what other
maybe
show?
ever.
Yeah.
I think ever.
Well, I mean, what other show has Dukes Fest?
Well, what other show is still relevant today
Sure.
to a 6-year-old?
Yeah.
And to a 60-year-old and to a 90-year-old?
Yeah.
They're not watching Hill Street Blues. They're not watching ER. They're not watching Mork and Mindy. They're not watching really even Lucy or Mayberry.
Yeah.
Not a 6-year-old, maybe a 60-year-old.
Sure.
But I think it's fascinating that the show has lasted all this time. We just celebrated our 40th anniversary.
That's amazing.
My God. Yeah.
Well, and to look at the time, it's now or never.
I know.
It was the hottest show on TV.
That was their first, and put that song out there, yeah.
Yeah.
And did my first record with Scotty Brothers, and we did It's Now or Never, and it charted. Was number 4. Somebody told me it was number 3, but I think it was number 4 in Billboard and R&R. And nobody has topped that. And I think that's pretty cool, because I'm a huge Elvis fan. I was always a huge Elvis fan. I remember I was standing in line to watch a new James Bond movie when I heard that Elvis had passed.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't believe it.
Yeah.
And, after today, I still don't believe it.
Yeah.
I think he's out there somewhere.
What is amazing, he was 42. He's been dead for 42 years.
42.
And still just going. That's amazing.
Gosh. Yeah.
Now, were you nervous when the record label said, "Hey, let's do an Elvis song"?
No, I'm too dumb to be nervous. I loved it. I mean, when I looked at that, I guess I was 19 when we cut it, because it came out when I was 20, and it just seemed like a great thing to do.
Yeah.
We also did, on the next album, we did Are You Lonesome Tonight? And that didn't chart like that one. It didn't really start charting again until I moved to MCA. And that's when the number 1 songs happen and all of that. And that was really cool. But still, It's Now or Never was my foray into the radio world. And I'm so glad it was.
Yeah.
Especially now. And especially here, with all these folks who are devoting their lives to keeping the king alive.
You stepped away from music for a time.
Decades.
Was there a hole there that they got you back into? I mean,
I didn't really realize how much I missed it until I picked it back up again.
Yeah.
And Alicia's responsible for that. We got flooded 2 times in 2016, and I found solace in my guitar, as I always have. So I sat there and I was playing my guitar, and she came in, and I put it down to talk to her, and she said, "Why do you do that?"
Yeah.
I said, "The guitar makes me feel better." She said, "I didn't ask you why you picked it up. I asked you why you put it down."
That's a good point.
Yeah. So from that one question, we did Ruffled Skirts, which was the first album 2 years ago. And since then, we've done 72 more songs.
That's amazing. The Odyssey.
Yeah. My gosh, the Odyssey was 52 songs.
Yeah.
A single every Tuesday of 2018.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that you plan to maybe do, and then about midway
I don't
through,
know.
you're
Even
like,
if I don't think crazy people plan to do that. And by the way, these are written by folks like, I see them all on the walls in here, Paul Overstreet and Chuck Cannon and Mac Davis and Bobby Tomerlin and Bill Anderson, all these great songwriters. So I did not write these songs.
Yeah.
I found them, because I honestly don't believe it's possible to write 52 songs worthy of recording in
one a week. Yeah.
in a lifetime. Unless you're Mac Davis.
Well, that's true. You were a innovator too with the music video. I mean, it was a concept in country
Bless
music.
your heart. I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah.
We did a music video to a pretty unlikely song, but it was the new single. It was called I'm Gonna Leave You Tomorrow. And went out to the Crazy Horse in Pomona, California with my wife at the time and her news crew. She was on the Channel 7 on the news out there. And she had a crew at her disposal. So we went out and we shot a country music video. And there was no place to show it. No one had ever shot a country music video before because there was no place to show it.
Sure.
But you have to create content before someone will create a place for you to show it. And I brought it back to MCA, and I think it's actually pretty funny because the people at MCA were very smart people, but they didn't see videos coming. So they said, you're welcome to spend your money any way you want, but believe us when we say music videos will never have anything whatsoever to do with the sale of country music. Boy, was that wrong.
Sure.
Yeah, so I know, and my band knows, and those people at MCA know that we were the first.
Yeah.
But we're about it, and you. And now everybody who's listening to us.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, so they can see that on YouTube. It's fun. It's a performance video, and check it out. It was the first one, even though people probably won't claim that, but I know it's true.
Sure. Well, we know it, so that's good.
We know it's gospel.
That's right. You also put out Greatest Hits Still.
We did Greatest Hits Still. That was an idea of Alicia's, because so many people, when we go out and do concerts, people ask me about, they want to hear I've Been Around Enough to Know and Memory Like You and other songs that actually went to number one.
Yeah.
And then some of the other songs that were released, like At the Sound of the Tone. So rather than have to keep just going back to songs that were 30 years old, we decided to cut them again and do those songs acoustically so people could hear the words.
Yeah.
Because as we did the Odyssey, I realized more and more that it's really all about the words. Production is important.
Sure.
But it's 99% about what you're saying. So these songs now, as they were really good before. If they were number one, they had to be pretty darn good.
Yeah.
But now you can really hear what they're about. And so I'm very proud of that, the Greatest Hits Still. And then since we had 2 songs on the Odyssey that were going to be released in December, two Christmas songs don't make a Christmas album. So Alicia said, well, we need to do a whole album. So we need to do 8 more. So we did.
Yeah.
So why not?
Yeah, yeah.
So we did that, and that's called Merry Christmas, Baby.
Yeah.
Recut 2 of the songs I did on Scotty Brothers, the White Christmas album, White Christmas, the White album, the White Christmas album, well, whatever. Katie's Christmas Card, which people ask for a lot.
Absolutely. I've got it on my jukebox every Christmas.
I love that. It's a beautiful little song.
Yeah.
No Place Like Home for Christmas. And then a song that a friend of mine from Atlanta wrote, his name is Cy Timmons, called It's Christmas. And then the rest of them are B.B. King songs and Louis Armstrong songs.
Oh, that's great.
And it's great. I'm very, very proud of the Christmas album. Yeah. And unusual songs.
Yeah.
We've got Who to Baby Daddy on there,
Yeah,
which
that's right.
is the unavoidable question that Joseph had to have asked Mary at some time before the book was
Sure.
written, right? So come on, girl, tell me the truth. Before the book came out, the conversation had to happen.
Yeah.
you what? Right? Come on, girl, tell me the truth. Who to Baby Daddy?
That's right.
So I love that song. That got a lot of airplay this last Christmas.
Yeah.
So hopefully we get a lot more airplay next Christmas.
Tell me how much you have to work out to get Dancing with the Stars.
Oh, my gosh. We did 6 hours a day and at least 5 days a week, and then we had show day.
Yeah.
It was tough, but I lost 26 pounds, and I had a blast. It scared me to death at first, and then once you just go for it and say, okay, well, I'm here.
Sure.
I can't get out, can't leave. I can get voted off, but I can't get out, and by God, I'm not going to suck. Yeah. So you go out and do everything you can.
Sure.
And I loved it. It was a great experience.
So if I just turn the turntable over to you and say, pick a rockin' Elvis song, what do you pick?
Wow, I've just heard so many great songs here. I think Guitar Man.
Oh, what a great song.
Yeah, Guitar Man. Show them what a band would sound like with a swinging little guitar man. Show them, son.
Yeah, that's right.
And then I think that was Jerry Reed.
It was. Absolutely was. Yeah.
Yeah. So I love that.
Yeah.
I love that song. Slow Elvis song, Love Me Tender. Sure. Hard to beat Love Me Tender. Yeah.
John, thank you so much.
You're welcome. This has been a kick. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We'll see you down the road.